Lakeside sits in the heart of the 50th Congressional District. This has been Duncan Hunter country for almost 4 decades, first with Duncan Hunter Sr., who was then succeeded by his son. Some Lakeside residents like Savannah Ledbetter say the Hunters are a political dynasty here.
I feel like people just remember his father and what a positive force that he was, and that Duncan Hunter is now riding on the legacy of his father.
Good morning, everybody.
Hunter, a Republican, was reelected despite a federal indictment accusing him and his wife of misusing approximately $250,000 of campaign money on lavish dinners, trips, and family vacations. But the victory wasn't easy. Hunter, who previously won his elections with double-digit margins, this time beat his opponent by 4 points.
He won because tribal politics is more important than anything else in modern America. You vote for your party based on the R or the D. Doesn't matter anything else because your crook is better than their evil person.
Hunter's opponent was 29-year-old Democrat Amar Campa-Najjar. A former Obama staffer and East County native, Campa-Najjar campaigned on the promise to work with politicians on both sides of the aisle.
Relieved that the campaign's over and just really proud of what we achieved together. You know, about 130,000 people voted for me this election. That's 3 times as many as the last challenger to Duncan Hunter.
The campaign was a fierce one with attack ads from both sides.
Duncan Hunter Jr. stealing campaign funds for lavish vacations and gifts, defrauding wounded warriors, insulting our military. Duncan Hunter Jr. It's more than unethical and illegal. He's an embarrassment.
Amar Campa-Najjar is working to infiltrate Congress. He's used 3 different names to hide his family's ties to terrorism. His grandfather masterminded the Munich Olympic massacre. His father said they deserved to die.
Hunter's district chief of staff, Michael Harrison, says the indictment was a major factor in the narrow finish.
Well, you have some overlying issues in terms of the Department of Justice investigation into his campaign issues. He's addressed those. He's cooperated. It's working its way through the legal process, and that obviously had an adverse effect.
Back in Lakeside, many voters say that despite the charges, they felt loyalty toward Hunter.
He might have got caught in borrowing some money. It's money he's supposed to spend on his campaign, but there's a lot of other congressmen doing the same thing, but somebody got mad at him and he got turned in.
I liked what he stood on. I know that there's some problems there, or alleged problems, but we're still in this country innocent until proven guilty. So until they prove that he's guilty, and I know it doesn't look good, but he's still innocent. That's why I went with him.
Luna says that ultimately the 50th Congressional District is still one of the reddest in the state.
If you look at San Diego, there's been a general purpling from the coast to the mountains. Now the city is more Democratic. The county's becoming more Democratic. East County will probably make that turn, but it'll probably take another 10 years.
Since the indictment, Hunter has had to step down from the House committees he served on, but his chief of staff says his legal issues won't distract him from fulfilling his duties.
I mean, there's still a number of things that he'll be able to do as a sitting member of Congress. He can introduce legislation. He can sign on to letters. We can bring attention to the issues that we think deserve that attention.
He says Hunter has no plans of stepping down. They expect he will be acquitted on the charges and reelected to another term in 2020.
Scumbag, Duncan!
Priya Sridhar, KPBS News.